to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle, LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off is a public interest forum that encourages your voice to be heard on the topics and issues impacting our local communities. We invite you to be part of the conversation by calling or texting 219-362-0522. You may also email your questions to soundoff at 967theeagle.com. This is a topic-based program, and we ask that you keep your comments brief, concise, and related to the topic being discussed. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the hosts or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. The on-air line is now open for your calls or texts at 219-362-0522. And now, Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome to Sound Off on this Friday. Stan Maddox here after a strong storm, needless to say, in parts of LaPorte County. Wow, still a lot of power outages out there. Our guest today, we have a guest on today's Sound Off, Paula Stokes. She's the animal control officer here in the city of LaPorte. So should be a very interesting and educational program. Once again, our guest today, LaPorte City Animal Control Officer, Paula Stokes. And give us a call on our Sowers GMC Han Airline, or give us a text, 219-362-0522. So you know what to do. If you have a question, give us a call, and Paula will answer your question. Paula, welcome to Sound Off today.
Hi, Stan. How you doing today?
I'm trying to keep up with all the news. But you're probably working at a faster pace than me, being in animal control. You get a lot of interesting calls. But lately, on a serious note, there's been a couple of cases where dogs have attacked other dogs, right? Unvaccinated dogs.
Yeah, and that's where we run into a problem. I get people don't always have money to get the vaccines, but today I'm going to tell you, I reached out to Pine Lake Animal Clinic, and they have a vaccine for rabies for $32. So if your dogs are not vaccinated, now's the time to get it done. There's no office visit. It's a straight, flat fee of $32. So there's no reason to not get your animals vaccinated, period.
Yeah.
If your dog bites somebody and it's unvaccinated, that's when we run into a problem. You're not doing what's best for the dog, and when they're not vaccinated, they're usually not fixed, they're not chipped, and they're not registered. That's another thing. We have an ordinance. We need to register our dogs. All you got to do, get that rabies shot, and then go to City Hall, follow the prompts on the registrations, and dog registration is there. It's $10 for unaltered dogs, $5 for fixed. So let's get it done.
Okay. Yeah, I know, speaking to Code Enforcement Director Jeff Batchelor a couple of days ago, and I guess it's a problem, unvaccinated dogs. He was citing a case where a man was walking his dog on Tipton Street right there on State several weeks ago, and his dog got attacked by some pit bulls, and the man got attacked as well because he was trying to save his dog, and he wound up having to get a rabies shot because those dogs were not vaccinated, and he had some other injuries. And so when he came out of the emergency room, he was given a bill for $32,000. Now, if you have a dog that's not vaccinated, you could be sued for that, right?
Yes, you can. Most insurance with these pit bulls, shepherds, aggressive breeds, it's becoming a more frequent thing that on your homeowner's insurance, you've got to answer these questions and make sure your dogs are vaccinated. Otherwise, it's a problem. That case on Tipton, true story. $29,344 for the man to get rabies shots.
Wow.
When it would have cost the owner $32 to get the rabies shots.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't have had to go through all that. And they're painful shots. So if this is a child, it's going to be pretty traumatic for a kid. There's just no reason to not vaccinate. If you can't afford it, reach out to me. Maybe I can help. I'm willing to find all the help for these people I can.
Okay. Yeah, how can they reach you?
My cell number, 219-688-3485.
Okay, 219-688.
3485.
3485. And can they call you at the office? What's that number? At the police department, right?
Call the non-emergency police department. I'm not in my office. I don't even know that number, Stan.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're freelancing out there.
Yeah.
You're handling all those calls.
I handle them. We got a couple new rules. If you don't have a dog in possession of an evening after 4:30 or on the weekends, I will not come out. I'm not available 24/7, but if you have an animal in your possession, I will come pick it up. And I will find a foster because I don't have a shelter to take my animals to.
Okay.
So the more time you can give me to do that, the better off I am to get them home.
Okay. We got a text message. Says, why does the city have to act like a HOA?
Homeowners Association.
A homeowners association. Okay, thanks, Meatball. I didn't know what that meant. So why does the city have to act like a homeowners association? The city needs to mind their own business and let people live in peace. What's your response to that?
There are rules and ordinances and laws everywhere you live. We have them here. They have them everywhere. If you don't like the rules, you probably live out on a farm in the county or something. That's the best I can say, but we all know there's rules to go by. There's rules at work. There's rules at home. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. $30,000 for rabies shots when they cost right now $32. I mean,
the $30,000.
That's a big return on a small investment because you're protecting yourself from having to dish out or being sued for such a great amount of money. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's really the short of it. You just vaccinate and put leashes on your dogs. I can't stress that enough because everybody's dogs don't like your dog. There's going to be a problem one day. You put the leash on. I go through this every day. Well, they're in my yard. Until another dog walks by, they're in your yard. There's only a handful of good dogs that truly stay in their yard. Probably because they have fences.
Yeah.
So, if you're walking and people have their dogs out in their yard, I understand you want them on a leash, but I can't be everywhere all the time. Mm-hmm. So if you call me, I will be happy to reach out to these people. And just let's try to work together, talk to each other. It does wonders.
Yeah. It's pretty frightening. You're riding a bicycle or you're walking along the street, and before you know it, you got a pit bull running after you. I mean, I remember as a kid riding my bike, and maybe a German Shepherd or a Doberman Pinscher started coming after me, and boy, I started pedaling that bike like you wouldn't believe. That's pretty scary stuff.
It is. And I've been through that. I used to be just a normal person walking my dogs, and I got attacked 3 times. Yeah, personally. I had my dog, my goddaughter. She was 5 years old. A dog came right out the screen door. 120-pound pit.
Wow.
My dogs, I put the kid behind me and the dog in front of me, and we got out of there with all our limbs. But it is very scary. So I understand what the victims are saying, and I understand what the dog owners are saying. But let's come together as a community and do what's going to help everybody involved around you. And I know that sounds like a lot, but we're capable of this. Communicate to your neighbors what's working and what's not.
Yeah.
So we don't have to come out there and lay down the law.
120-pound pit bull. That would be like being in the ocean with a great white shark swimming after you.
Pretty much.
Wow. Boy, scary. I'll tell you what, let's take a phone call. You're on Sound Off. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. In regard to the man that was bitten by the dog, I know that in days gone by, what they used to do was quarantine the dog for a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know the time frame. I don't remember, to see if the dog was sick. Do they still do that, or is that a practice that's just gone by the wayside? I thank you for your time, and I'll hang up and listen to your response. Thank you.
All right. Now it is, after a dog bite, you quarantine the dog for 10 days. The reason the man went into the hospital was we already knew they weren't vaccinated. So the hospital told them to proceed with the shots. Mm-hmm. That's what the doctors recommended. That's what the man did. Unfortunately, some of these people don't have, you can't sue somebody for something they don't have. So thank God the man's insurance paid for it, But what else we got, Stan?
Okay, so you knew they weren't vaccinated,
right.
So that's why he went as a precaution, sure. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back to Sound Off after this.
Looking for a used vehicle you can trust? At Sowers GMC, every GM-certified used vehicle passes a rigorous inspection and comes with a clean Carfax, so you know you're getting quality. Plus, enjoy an extra 12 months or 12,000 miles of warranty for added peace of mind. Stop by today, 1900 East Lincoln Way in LaPorte, or visit online at SowersAutos.com. At Sowers GMC, let us show you the difference, because when you start with a better car, you end up with a better car.
Hey, have you heard the exciting news? Dr. Granfield, your favorite and trusted podiatrist, has opened his own practice right here in LaPorte, Granfield Foot and Ankle. Dr. Granfield is now accepting new patients and is conveniently located at 502 Legacy Plaza. Dr. Granfield is back and ready to tackle all your foot and ankle concerns. When you stop dancing with excitement, pick up the phone and schedule your appointment at 219-312-6111. That's 219-312-6111.
Garwood Farm Market is now open for the season. By Noah Garwood's a great selection of unique planters and hanging baskets. Add fresh Garwood homegrown asparagus to your cart, along with Parkman Angus beef, which are both great on the grill together. Plus fresh baked or frozen fruit and cream pies, many flavors to choose from. Garwood's is still making fresh cider, and make sure to pick up some Evercrisp apples and discover why they are quickly becoming a top seller at Garwood's. Also at Garwood's, Fisher smoked meats, local honey, preserves, candies, and much more. Visit Garwood Farm Market today and get away from the hustle and bustle of big chain stores while enjoying the quiet of the countryside. Plan your first trip of the season to Garwood's, now open 7 days a week from 9 to 6. Check GarwoodOrchard.com, the Garwood Facebook page, or call to find out what's available at Garwood's on 50 South past Panola. GarwoodOrchard.com.
Have you heard about Denny's Diner on 96.7 The Eagle? Every weekday during the morning mayhem at 6:55, I'll present you with our special question of the day. And if you're the first person with the correct answer, then you'll win a $20 gift card from one of these fine sponsors.
Twisted Tiki Sports Bar and Pizzeria, Burger Taco, JJ's Pizza Shack, and the Burger Bar and Grill.
So join me for Denny's Diner at 6:55 weekday mornings only on 96.7 The Eagle.
Michiana weather. slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. Otherwise, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. High temperatures reach up to 83. From the Weather Center at hometownnewsnow.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, it's 84 degrees.
We're waiting to hear from you. Dial or text 362-0522 and let us know what you think. That's 362-0522. Back to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome back to Sound Off on this Friday. Our guest today is LaPorte Animal Control Officer Paula Stokes. I guess you're the Animal Control Director too, right?
No, Jeff's the director.
Oh, okay. You're under his umbrella. He's got a pretty wide umbrella. But yeah, if you got a question, 219-362-0522. That's our Sowers GMC on air and text line. Here's another text message for you here, Paula. They're asking, are distemper shots required? They're usually administered at the same time anyway.
Distempers are not required, but they are recommended. They're one of the vaccines your dogs need. But and they're right. You usually get them all at the same time. But if people cannot afford to do that, again, go to Pine Lake, pay the $32, and get your rabies shots. Because when your dog bites somebody, there's nothing I can do about it if you're not up to date. Zero.
Yeah, and if they're going to have a dog, I mean, you would think they would make sure they have the money for stuff like that.
You would hope.
Okay. All right. 362-0522. You can actually, the city can actually authorize a dog to be euthanized. I think it's 2 incidents involving bites in a 5-year period or something like that.
Two bites in a 5-year period, and then you are no longer allowed to have dogs in the city of LaPorte. I recommend people look at the ordinances and know your rights with your dogs and the laws.
So what's it like out there? I mean, is it like a jungle? Is it like walking through the Amazon forest or something? Or is it just an occasional thing that happens here and there?
It can be like a jungle. We had that snake call with a 22-foot red python.
Yeah, 22-foot python. I mean, why in the world did that person have this 22-foot python? That's something you'd find in the Amazon.
Right.
Here in LaPorte.
Right here in LaPorte. He was in I think he shipped them and maybe kept them housed for a day or two. And then he shipped them on to other places is what I got out of that. And we asked him to leave the snakes in the Amazon.
Okay, yeah. Don't bring them to LaPorte.
Not to LaPorte.
Yeah, 21 foot. Swallow you whole.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Paula, thank you for a difficult job you do. So you're saying thanks. You got a difficult job sometimes, it sounds like.
It is difficult. It's a sticky situation. You're trying to help the victims, and you're trying to help the guy who doesn't have the money to vaccinate his dog. And it puts me in a position that's sometimes uncomfortable, but I try to make it work for everybody.
Okay.
And follow the ordinances.
Yeah, people love their dogs, and they're going to look at you as the bad guy, even though they were at fault.
I'm always the bad guy. That's okay. I got big shoulders, and I go home every night, and my dogs make me happy at the end of the day. So,
okay, all right. Hey, tell us about some other things you got going on involving animal control.
All right. First of all, we got our new Facebook page, and it's City of LaPorte Animal Care and Control. Feel free to reach out. If there's anything you need or want to express to me, go to my page. I'll be happy to answer any questions there. And we've got a fundraiser coming up with the Outsiders Auto Club Car and Craft Show. second one, $20 for show cars, free admission for spectators. Proceeds are donated to Stark County, City of LaPorte, and the LaPorte County Shelter. It's going to be a good time. We got food trucks, vendors, crafts, music, cars, and more. Come on out. The more people who register, the more money the shelters get.
Okay, and that's June the 8th.
June the 8th from 11 to 4.
Great. Okay, so lots going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking about snakes. I understand recently there was somebody in LaPorte with a 30-pound turkey.
That too.
A 30-pound turkey.
30 to 40 pounds.
30 to 40 pounds.
Frank was a big boy. Somebody named
Frank the 40-pound turkey.
Right on. Those are the good ones, you know. I walked up to the lady. I said, "Hey, you can't have that turkey in city limits." And she's like, "Here." I think she was relieved. You know, instead of being angry, she was kind of relieved about it. And I said, "Put him in the van." But we got him a foster home, and Frank's doing well. And he's a little bit of a celebrity, too, on Facebook this week. So,
Wow. Yeah, when did you go to that house?
I think it was Monday or Tuesday of this week.
Now the city ordinance allows chickens, right?
Chickens, no turkeys, no ducks.
But you can have chickens.
But you can have chickens, yeah.
So if you can have chickens, why can't you have a turkey?
Chickens are a little bit smaller.
Okay.
And your chickens are based on you can have X amount of chickens per square foot of your yard. So that's how we do that.
Wow. So she gave you the turkey, Frank. And
Frank was doing well, though.
Great.
Yeah, we like Frank.
Yeah, happy ending. How long had she had Frank?
I'm not even sure.
Why were you called there? Did somebody complain?
It was in somebody's bush, laying on top of their bushes on Scott Street. And they didn't know what to do with it, so they called me, and we got the turkey. Wow.
Is that the first time you ever came across a turkey in the city limits?
Second. But the other one was a baby, so it was only 4 or 5 pounds, you know. It was a little guy.
Oh, okay.
A lot easier to handle.
Yeah. I guess you never know what you're going to come across on a daily basis. Any other interesting animals you've come across over the years?
Not really. It's been an interesting start to this year, though.
Okay,
With the snakes, the turkeys.
Hey, we got a text message, Paula. Somebody wants to know, do you take dog food donations? They recently lost their dog to cancer, so they got some dog food to donate.
Absolutely. We'll take any kind of donations. I had a lady drop me off 3 sacks of blankets and towels and stuff, so that was nice for our fosters. So, you know, we don't know if these dogs are going to chew their blankets, what have you, so it's nice to have. That was an excellent donation. Food is always good. Yeah. And you can bring it by the code enforcement office. Drop it off.
Great. Maybe they have some vaccines laying around. Of course, nobody's going to have that.
Nah, but you know what? We're going to work at it this summer, trying to get it with some doctors and vets and try to come up with a low-price vaccination day or two, you know, so these people can get their vaccines done.
Okay, great. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take another phone call. You're on Sound Off. What's your question?
Yeah, it's about the dogs that attack other dogs. I got a Rottweiler that lives behind us, attacked our Chihuahua, killed him. And my belief, the cops couldn't do nothing because he had his shots. My belief, you kill a dog, I think the other dog should be put down. That's my belief. This just happened recently, within 5, maybe 6 months ago. There was nothing we could do.
5 or 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Over here on Grove Street, my girlfriend was walking our dogs in the alley on a leash, and they've been vaccinated and everything else, but we wanted something done with the rot. We got to deal with this rot every day. It comes to the back of the fence, and it acts like it wants to attack us. But
hey, buddy,
my belief.
Why don't you give me a call after the show at 219-688-3485, and I'll be happy to come over and talk to you about it. See if there's anything we can do.
Let me write this number down.
Yes, sir.
What was it?
219-688-3485.
85. Okay, yep. That's my belief. I believe if another dog, no matter shots or not, I think it should be put down.
Well, again, we have ordinances in the city that those are the guidelines we have to go by. But I will be happy to talk to you this afternoon about that dog.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for the call. Always appreciate it. Somebody's talking about they would like to thank you, Paula, and whoever else was involved in the capture of the black and white dog that was running loose at Kessling and Beechwood area for weeks. I seen it several times and couldn't stop thinking about it. So you guys were involved in the capture of a dog?
This is a great story. From what I understand, she started in Walkerton, went to Fish Lake, then to Stillwell, and into the city limits of LaPorte. It was a long month, but with a little help from the Kessling Maintenance Department and volunteer I have, we captured her after a long month. And I just want everybody to know that she is doing wonderfully, and she's found her forever home.
Great. So she has a new home.
New home, and she just decompressed wonderfully, and we got her placed.
All right. So she just strayed away from her home in Walkerton?
Oh, I've read about her on sites on Lost and Found Pets. People were posting about her running through the city limits of Walkerton, then the Fish Lake, but nobody could catch her.
Huh. Was she in good shape when you found her?
She was, because I had feeding stations all over the city, and other nice folks were feeding her, and we're trying to trap her, and everybody was feeding her, so she wasn't going to go to the trap. But at the end of the day, we caught her at the soccer field at Kessling, and she's great now.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to talk more often. We're going to have some of this stuff on the news. We're missing out on some pretty good stories
This
here.
was a good story, and some people called her Petey. I called her Kessling. But she's a wonderful dog, and she never bothered anybody. She'd lay in the middle of a field, and she could see everybody around her. Smart little dog.
Wow.
But nobody complained about her. Everybody wanted the same thing.
So she was just taking a road trip, maybe.
Yep.
Okay, I could use one of those. Maybe I'll take a month off and just start driving somewhere and see where you end up, huh?
Right.
Wow.
Sounds
Living the
good.
dog's life. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. Stay with us.
Employee pricing for all at Autopart.com. The best pricing because it's real. You can lock in the price right now. 2024 Ford Escape from just $24,995. 2025 Jeep Compass from just $23,995. Over 700 new and pre-owned vehicles. One price, one person, 1 hour. That's the Auto Park way at Autopark. Autopark.com. Escape number RUB02194. Compass number ST551683. To qualified buyers. Price plus tax, title, and $245 doc. In-stock inventory only. See dealer for details. Oil changes are just $24.95. Schedule now at Autopark.com. $24.95 gets you an oil change, filter, tire rotation, brake inspection, top-off fluids, battery test, plus check-up on filters, belts, and hoses. All included until May 31st. Schedule now at Autopark.com. We pick up and deliver with a driver you trust. Schedule your next service now at Autopark.com. Autopark.com. Excludes diesel and specialty vehicles.
Whoa, what happened to your garage? It's clean. You had enough rusty bikes and dead electronics to start a museum.
Well, Dynamic Meddling Recycling in Kingsbury called my crap scrap, and then they bought it all from me.
They bought all that crap?
Yeah, my scrap. Old lawnmower, busted water heater, even that box of tangled wires and old electronics. It all fits in my wallet as cash now.
I guess it's time to clean my garage and fill my wallet, too.
Turn your scrap into cash. Take it to Dynamic Metal Recycling, First Line Road in the Kingsbury Industrial Park, and you'll feel good that you did.
Hi, everyone. I'm Craig Orndorff. On the next weekend in the country, we're heading back to May of 1992. In the news were the Los Angeles riots, the Amy Fisher shooting of Mary Jo Buttafuoco, and Johnny Carson retired from The Tonight Show. And on the countdown that week were hits by Billy Ray Cyrus, Brooks and Dunn, Aaron Tippin, Sawyer Brown, and Trisha Yearwood. And we'll have them and more on the next weekend in the country.
This Saturday morning, 6 to 8 before the radio auction on 96.7 The Eagle.
When it comes to school delays or closings, you can always count on 96.7 The Eagle for fast, dependable, accurate updates. Whether it's on the air, online, and social media, we keep you up to date whenever there is a closing or delay of the area schools and businesses. School and business delay and closings are brought to you by
Settlers Place Assisted Living and LaPorte Community Federal Credit Union.
So for the latest in closings and delays, turn on your source for news, weather, and local information, 96.7 The Eagle.
Your opinion matters. We invite you to share it by calling the on-air line at 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome back to Sound Off on this Friday. Again, our guest today is LaPorte Animal Control Officer Paula Stokes. Give us a call. Our Sowers GMC Hyundai text line, 219-362-0522. Paula, somebody wants to know, can you please discuss why there is nowhere to take animals in the city of LaPorte and what you're trying to do to help the city get a shelter going?
Well, we don't have a place where we take our animals right now. We don't have a shelter, and we're trying to come up with the money, raise some money to get us going. The county just simply cannot take our animals anymore. That's really all I know on that. But I feel like we need at least a small shelter. And I'm open to any ideas. But everything costs money, and we're getting there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the county still takes your animals, right? The animal shelter, or have they said no more?
We received a letter saying they will no longer take City of LaPorte animals.
Oh, wow. Were they out of space, or?
I didn't get reasons. I just got a letter.
Oh. When did you get the letter?
Probably 6 weeks ago or so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2 months ago.
So what do you do now?
Fortunately, I have some awesome foster homes where they know it's going to be real quick. If I call, I'm going to need a place. And these people are open to that. So God bless them for being a part of my team. And, we'll find a place for them. Not a problem.
All
It's
right.
been working out, so.
Yeah, you found Fred the turkey a place, and then
Right.
this dog that was wandering around from Walkerton to LaPorte. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
let's take another phone call. You're on Sound Off. Go right ahead.
Hi, I was just calling to voice my support to Paula. I was actually bitten by a dog a few months ago, and she was so kind. She came to my house, made sure that I was okay. I mean, she was fantastic. For all the props in the world to do the job that she does.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, let's take another phone call. You're on Sound Off.
Hello
Go
there.
ahead.
I just wondered, the insurance that paid for the guy's hospitalization with the shots, was that his insurance, the person that got bit, or was that the dog owner's insurance that paid for that?
It was his personal health insurance that paid for that.
The victim's insurance.
The victim's insurance. Unfortunately, people who do not vaccinate their dogs usually don't have much money. So, yeah, he got stuck with the burden of the payment.
You wonder if the victim's insurance company is going to go after the dog owner.
I can only hope.
Okay, let's take another phone call. You're on Sound Off. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go right ahead.
Hey, Paula?
Yes.
It's John with Outsiders.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Okay, now that I'm hearing you on the station and I'm hearing you need these donations, I just want everybody to know that the Outsiders is also going to make sure we make a nice contribution to you also. So we're going to make sure that you and all your foster people get an adequate amount of our donations we get in and proceeds we make at this car show coming up at Amley's June 8th. So I just want to call and just let everybody know whatever you can do to help out, it'd be greatly appreciated because we're going to make sure these animals.
That sounds great, John. Thank you.
All right, great. Hey, here's a text message. What about the big pig living in a house on Warwick Street just off of Monroe Street? Is there a big pig?
Not that I was aware of, but we can check into that.
All right.
Shoot us an address.
Okay, yeah. Paula will probably head there first before she gets to the one guy on Grove Street.
Probably.
I would do the same thing. I'd want to see a big pig myself. All right, let's take a phone call. One more time. You're on Sound Off. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your question?
Oh, is this me?
Yeah. You're on.
Okay, sorry. My cheek hit the on hold button when I was talking.
Okay. Do you have a question? Okay. Well, she can give us a call one more time if she remembers the question. Let's take another call. You're on Sound Off. Go right ahead.
Hi. I just tuned in and missed this entire half hour. So do you guys copy it, or is there a way I can re-listen to this Sound Off broadcast?
Yeah, we record every program, and then it gets posted on our radio station webpage. It's listed as a podcast. So you just go to the webpage, click podcast, you'll see Sound Off come down, and just click on Sound Off, and you can choose today's program or one from 3 months ago. All right, 3620522. We're kind of running out of time, Paula. Looks like you got the lights lighting up like a Christmas tree. Let's take another one. You're on Sound Off. Go ahead.
Hi there.
Hi.
I was on talking about the baby raccoon, and my cheek accidentally hit the hold button. So I was just saying how Paula helped me get the raccoon to a wildlife place and how wonderful she was doing, and I'm doing my best to help her too. Donating to the city for her personal animal control account to help bring in money to help with a city shelter, and to let her know, hey, I do have a prototype donation box that I can pay for to make more. We can set out at different locations to help raise money also.
That sounds really good. Reach out to me at 219-688-3485. Appreciate that.
All right. Somebody's saying you can find the big pig at either 103 or 105 Warwick Street.
Gotcha. I'm writing that address down now.
Okay. I wonder how big the pig is.
We had two running around last November, and we ended up catching them. So when city and county came together, and we went out and actually caught what they were supposed to be potbelly pigs, but they were over 100 pounds.
Wow. Like a ham pig or something like that, huh?
Yeah, might have made good eating.
I guess, so you can't have a pig in the city limits?
No, sir.
Okay, but you can have chickens, but you can't have a pig or a turkey okay, interesting. I'll take a phone call. One more call. You're on. Go right ahead.
Hey, I was just curious if they're aware that insurance policies don't cover liability for a lot of breeds anymore. So that gentleman that had his dog killed by Rottweiler or anything that happens by a pit bull is is legally excluded almost every insurance policy without buying an extra policy. Is the city aware of this? And so the damages that are done by those breeds, Akitas are on there. There's several wolf hybrids that when those dogs do damage to people, there's no way to recoup injuries.
No, we didn't know that, but we'll be looking into it. Thank you for the information.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. Unfortunately, we're at the end of the show. Any final words for us, Paula?
Hit me up on my Facebook page, City of LaPorte, Animal Care and Control, and come out and see us at the Outsiders Auto Club Car and Craft Show, June 8th from 11 to 4.
Okay. We're going to have to get you on more often. A lot of things happening out there, and people are curious to find out and know.
Right. Yeah, I'd be happy to come back, stay in any time.
Yeah, okay. And if you find the big pig, give us a call.
We will.
Okay.
I'll take pictures for you.
Hey, even better, right. Well, that'll do it for Sound Off today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us and voicing your opinion on this edition of Sound Off. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the host or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. Sound Off airs live every Monday and Friday, immediately following Update 12 News, and is available online after the show is over under the podcast menu at hometownnewsnow.com. Mark your calendar and join us again for the next edition of Sound Off, right here on 96.7 The Eagle.